Kia ora tātou and welcome back to the Wargaming Den. Another game of Kings of War for you this week. In this week's game, my Elves take on Josh's Goblins. The mission we'll be playing is Control, and as usual, we'll be playing at 2,000 points.
Here we have my Elf army, the latest version of it. So I've got my Quicksilver Lancers, 2 regiments of Palace Guard, and I've got a horde of Seabreeze who have the Hammer of Measured Force. I've got 2 regiments now of Dracons as well as the horde, and as you can see, these ones should come off and just saboted on. And then characters, I've just got a general, a king on a horse, a Dracon Lord, and a wizard with the Inspiring Talisman. And I've also taken a unit of bow to act as my chaff and also to defend objectives.
Let's have a look at my army list today. Very similar to the army I took last game versus Gordon. Pretty happy with it. It's just tweaking the magic items to get the combination there that I want. So I've got the 2 Palace Guard regiments. I've got a troop of Kindred Archers. They're there to act as chaff or to hold objectives. I'm not expecting too much out of them. Sea Guard Horde with a Hammer of Measured Force, which gives them better capabilities in combat. Quicksilver Lancers Regiment, a Dracon Horde. I've given them the Healing Brew, had 5 points left. It's always good to get 1 or 2 wounds back. Elven King, he's mounted again. Decided to give him the Blade of the Beast Slayer to kind of turn him into an anti-monster unit a wee bit. Only 5 attacks. We'll see how that goes. Not completely sold on that idea yet. Continue with the Wizard, who's got Lightning Bolt and has the Inspiring Talisman. And then I've got the Killar's Hunter formation, which gives me a Dracon Lord and 2 Dracon regiments. They've all got Nimble and Spell Ward, so the role of them is to get on the flanks and cause mischief as quickly as possible. So not too dissimilar to the last army. Very happy with the balance of this. Probably 1 character short with Inspiring, but I'll just have to learn to mitigate that. And here we have Josh's Goblins. He's made some significant changes from the force he's been using regularly. This time he's taken a Goblin Rebel Horde. He's got 2 Sharp Stick Regiments. They're going to be good against my Flyers and my Cavalry units. He's taken 2 Troll Hordes, Magwin Regiment, Mincer Mob Troop with Skirmisher Boots. That's a new addition. He always takes a Mincer Mob Regiment and he gives them the Brew of Sharpness, so they're hitting on 3s. 2 more pipe launchers and a sharp stick thrower. So he's taken some artillery. So that's a bit of a big change. I'm not sure how I'll deal with those. He's taken his Wingit with bombs away. He's got 2 kings, one Groany Snark. The other has the Jareth's Pendant, which helps his troops quite a bit. And he also has a wizard on a Fleabag with Lightning Bolt and the host of the Shadow Beast, which of course Groany Snark gets utilised. So and finally he's got the Troll Bruiser, so he's got 16 units and 20 unit strength. So very different list. Be interesting to see how this one goes.
The mission today is Control. We have the Goblins. We've got quite a bit on that flank. And I'm kind of spread out in 3 battle groups. Battle Group 1, Battle Group 2, Battle Group 3. Let's see who goes first.
The Goblins got the first turn. My apologies for some of the photos. It's the middle of winter. We're playing at my place, so there's a lot of sunlight streaming in onto the table, which was good, but it did make the photos a wee bit hard to see. So Goblins went first, pushed up here with the Wingit. He's got his Mincer Mob there. He's got Sharp Sticks here. I think that's the Magwans and the Bruiser. Just up tucked in under here is the sneaky Groany Snark and the Wizard. They've jumped forward to control this territory, which leaves my Flyers a few options on turn 1. And in my turn, I advanced the Sea Guard, took some shots and got lucky, I think, and took out a war machine. My Quicksilver Lancers came across this way to reinforce the centre, and my general tucked in here, wanting him to go this way to try and deal with those war machines as well.
Okay, end of turn 1. I'm holding this flank because there is Groany and the Wizard coming along here. He's got mincers and things over there. The only firing of note was my Sea Guard took 4 wounds from his war machines, and in response I killed his stick thrower by rolling an 11. So we're just about to move on to Josh's turn number 2. End of turn 2. I took some more wounds over here from bolt thrower things, more pups, and my Palace Guard took 3 wounds from a very nasty Groany Snark shooting crossbows backed up by Host Shadow Beast, and then I charged the more pups over here and wounded them. So we're still early days. Bring on turn number 3.
Okay, and here we have some of the action on turn 2. So I've pushed forward a wee bit with my Dracons. My archers are still just defending the wall there. Groany's up here. Josh has been pushing his mincer and his winglet round this way, putting a bit of pressure on with the bruiser and with the Magwans. As you can see here, my general zipped forward into the open space here. He's facing towards the Troll Bruiser, but his target is really going to be the 2 war machines over here, the Morpup launchers. Trolls are on the wall here. I've sent Dracons across with my Quicksilver Lancers. I'm out of the arc of these Goblins, and I think the Sea Guard were trying to shoot at the war machines but did minimal damage. And I've also sent some Palace Guard over to protect the flank of the Sea Guard, and the other Palace Guard charged forward and wavered the more pups. So there we have it. That's the end of turn 2.
Okay, Josh is worried that I'm going to remove half his force in this combat phase. My Quicksilver guys are taking on the trolls here. I don't know how to use my lightning bolt wizard. Missed, of course. My general, though, is going to hopefully kill a war machine. I have 50 dice in the flank of the troll bruiser, as well as 12 dice in the front. I have a horde of dragon riders, 36 dice on the side of them. I call this the Gordon move extraordinaire. I'm blocking his winglet, hopefully. This is my cunning and brilliant part of my move. Charging in here against the wizard. If I kill him, I should be able to hit Groany as well. So, yeah, Josh thinks that it's all going to go to plan. I think it won't. Okay, so I wavered the trolls. I killed the troll bruiser. I devastated him. I got some very good rolls. I killed the more pups. I killed the wizard and got stuck fighting Groany. So I'm about to be hit in the flank over there. And also Josh has just pointed out that the king killed one of the more pup launchers. So on to turn 4. I'm about to get countercharged quite nastily, I would think. Bottom of the trolls turn 4. They got goblins. Crushed my poor little Quicksilver unit here. Destroyed my Sea Guard because I was about half an inch away from inspiring with my very incompetent wizard. What else happened? Oh, and we only got about 50 dice, 44 dice in the flank of my other regiment of Dracons over here. So I lost my Dracons, I lost my Sea Guard, and I lost my Quicksilver Lancers. So things are looking to be very much in the balance still. Bottom of my turn 4, I got 4 hits but only 2 wounds on the trolls. I managed to waver this. My Dracons killed Grony. My Dracon Lord went and did 3 wounds, I think, against the Mincer chariot things. So on to turn 5.
Okay, this is about turn 5 and things are looking a bit dodgy for the elves. My general's up here killing off the last war machine. I think it's wavered. Trolls are heading back here to take this quarter or 6th, whatever it's called. He's got his horde and regiment of rabble. They're coming in here to try and claim this central sector, which is worth 2 points. The trolls are busy grinding away at the palace guard. He's got his mincer troop who's running over the wizard. The wingets just flying around a bit. I think it may be wavered, not quite sure there. Goblins down here are worth 2 points. My archers are only worth 1, so they're going to move out of the way. I've got sucked over here trying to kill the mincers, and I've got the Dracons who want to redeploy to claim this 2 point sector, but I've really run out of scoring units. I've only got 1, 3 here, 1 here, and a 2 or 3 here with the regiment that's about to get charged in the rear. So things are looking decidedly unhealthy for the elves at this point.
Okay, still up in the air. The palace guard survived after getting 7 wounds. The wizard shouldn't have survived against the mincers, but did. And then over here, 5 more wounds from the mincer mob. And what did Josh roll? Is that a 1? Is that 2 1s? Oh my god, it survived. On to my turn 5. That could... Bottom of turn 5, I rolled a double 6 and then a 9 and wavered the trolls. Did nothing here. Killed the mincer mob there. A wound on the winglet, but no kills on it. So currently Josh has got 1 point here, 1 point over there with the trolls, another point here, plus able to take the counter. So he should be able to get at least 5 points. I'm going to be struggling to counter that, but on to Josh's turn 6.
And a bit of an overview of turn 6. Not a lot of combat, but Josh is controlling it. He's got 5 areas worth and I've only got 3. So my general came down here to try and take on the mincer. I wavered the war machine. I took this sector with 2. I took this sector here with 1. And that they were the only 2 quarters that I was able to control. So into turn 6, Josh has got it 5-3. We do have a turn 7. I'm not able to do any more damage or change the result from that point. So there we have it. Victory to the Goblins, 5-3. A well-deserved victory to Josh's Goblins, 5-3. Or if we were using the Northern Kings scoring system, which is what we're going to be using in the upcoming Oamaru Onslaught, the result would have been 23-8. So a comprehensive victory to the Goblins. I just didn't really have enough units to deal with the number of units that Josh did, and the turn where I lost 3 of my important units really cost me. But the thing is, with Kings, I need to work on making sure that I protect my units a bit better, and also there's a good example of how not to play. I think when the Palace Guard ended up grinding away at the trolls kept regenerating. I didn't have any other units that were able to come in on the flank to support the Palace Guard at that point. And the reality is the elf units aren't strong enough. They do need to combine together. You've got to use the mobility to good effect. I kind of maybe threw away the Draken Rider regiments a wee bit at times as well. But yeah, a few lessons to be learned. Josh played well. He deserved the victory. It was a good, fun game, as most of our games, or all our games are, of Kings of War. So thanks for watching. I hope to have another report soon, and maybe the Elves can go back to their winning ways. Who would know? But thanks for watching. Ka kite anō.